Everybody, this is Jennifer Colleen from Rocklines Magazine, and I'm here in Columbus, Ohio at the King of Clubs with Rick, Angie, and Silent Dave over there. Rick is the owner, mastermind, omnipotent being that created this thing that we're at right now. And we just saw a great show from Tantric, and we're really excited to have live music and live music venues coming back to this area of Ohio especially. So just wondering, during a pandemic, to kind of come forward and put this together and everything is actually pretty ballsy. What was the creative process behind developing this club?
Well, we knew we could do better. We knew we could do, better than, some of the places I'd been playing as a touring artist. I'm not saying that in a way to be derogatory towards the industry in general, but it's that special touch that you do for every aspect of the people who come in here. That's what we're paying attention to detail. We're paying attention to, what I was able to learn while I was on tour about how to do things and how not to do things. And we're trying to focus on, again, the highest level customer service, but the highest quality talent that we can on that stage, and to make sure that people understand that, you're going to be treated like royalty when you come in here. It's not a catchphrase. It's the way we do things around here, and we're hearing overwhelmingly that people are responding to that, and it's exciting. It's exciting because we're new business owners. I mean, I have been in business for a while, but we have none of us have any bar experience, guys. So you come into this thing and you hope that you're doing things right, but until somebody starts going good and you start really opening up with the bigger shows, you're scared shitless, and that motivates us to be the best we can be, and so far so good. So.
Yeah, absolutely. From the time we got here, we get to go to a lot of venues, obviously, doing the music thing. So it was kind of neat because the second we got up here, this man stepped forward to handle a little security situation, and he was so cool and smooth about it, and just kind of made everyone feel comfortable, hey, we're just all here to have a good time. And so walking in the doorway, that made me personally feel like this is going to be a safe place and a place where I can still have fun. And then we come to this lovely lady who comes and greets us and helps us get seated. And I just wanted you to talk a little bit about your role here and everything that you do, because it was really welcoming.
Okay. Yeah. Well, she's the hostess with the mostest.
Yes, hostess with the mostest. Basically, I'm kind of the head of the personnel. I'm in charge of hiring the bar staff and making sure that we're fully staffed, working with all the girls and the guys, and just, coordinating everything. And it is going back and forth. And yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
There's a lot of wheels in motion on this.
Right. I'm trying to build a strong team here. So everybody here so far has been great team players, and everybody has good bar experience, and we've got nothing but good reviews about our staff so far. So that's what we want to. Yeah.
Sure. And,
right.
It's exciting to hear people, say, how much, our staff is really treating them right. We bend over backwards for everyone, and it takes a special kind of person to provide that quality service. So really nice job on that, Angela. How do you find the girls?
Oh, well, a lot of them through social media. A lot of them were my friends before they still are my friends, even just acquaintances. I've had people reach out to me, hey, can I get a job, and put a few posts out there on social media, and we've had some people that are I'm so excited to be here and be a part of this team, so they love it. And also, because of the pandemic and everybody has to purchase their tables right now in tables of 4, and we have a couple tables of 2, I do a lot of the seating. So you'll see me running around the first 2 or 3 hours just getting everybody to their tables. So I'm getting a lot of steps in.
So we've established that when you come here, you're going to be safe. You're going to be very welcome. You mentioned a little bit about the servers. You also have food here, and I got some food here. It was really good. Service was really good. Can you talk to us a little bit about the menu and what is available here? Because you can actually eat after a show, which is kind of cool to not have to leave the venue. So,
we went into this where we wanted to be a full service restaurant. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of hoops to jump through to just go from being a bar to a full service restaurant, which we learned over the process. So we went into this the same way. we want to do the event center or the King of Clubs. We have a subsidiary restaurant called Jokers with a Z. We went in with the highest quality ingredients that you can pretty much buy. And we kept the prices real, and we shoot a lot of volume of food here because people try it and they say, hey, honestly, your stuff's priced too low, but we want that quality. We want that level of value when you step in here, that you feel the branding, of quality that you trust. It's very important, I think, to a good branding that you trust the quality, you enjoy the value and the prices. So Jokers are, again, our subsidiary of the King of Clubs that's inside of, because they're kind of two different entities, but I don't think a lot of people realize that until they get the receipt and it says Jokers on the top of it. We do takeout only through our pickup window through the week. If anybody's from the Central Ohio area wanted to pick up something, we do Grubhub and DoorDash. But we're takeout only through the week unless we have an event. We're not even open in here, so you can't just walk in and get a beer here, kind of thing, because it's just too big and hard to staff a building this size. But yeah, we get a lot of good feedback, and I think it has to do with our kitchen help. They're highly trained. It's a freaking madhouse in there. I was in there catching them up for 2 hours a day. I walk out there like, man, I can't believe those guys go through that for 5 or 6 hours a night, man. It was just intense. You're like, everybody is having food tonight.
He gets into Gordon Ramsay mode in there. I'm telling you, he does.
Guilty as charged.
It's true. Right before this, we saw him delivering some Philly cheesesteaks to the dressing room over here, so he's definitely all involved. Outside of food, we've covered a lot with the patrons, but the entertainment here, I noticed even in the decorations, there's Spice Girls, there's Biggie Smalls, there's Pink Floyd, AC/DC on the wall. And when I look at what you're booking here, act-wise, it seems there's a lot of diversity in acts. I mean, not just in music, but I know you've got wrestling here, and I think some painting stuff coming up. So can you talk a little bit about that game plan? Because I think that's really sort of unusual and cool.
Well, we want to be all inclusive. I mean, it's very important to us that everybody comes over here. Knows that they're welcome, and that means you got to do everything from wrestling to crazy stuff, like the Juggalo, death metal. Again, if you focus on one genre, it's going to dry up. I got a rock and metal roots and background, but I can appreciate some very high level wrestling like we had over here with the Ohio Wrestling Alliance. I mean, they came over here. And they brung a beautiful ring in here, and they were very professional. Their guys were super talented, beating the crap out of each other with chairs and stuff. It was great, But so it was a really good experience, and we love to see the kids in here. That's kind of a big deal for us. We're we're an all ages joint up here, and it costs us a lot more insurance to be able to do that. But I cried about it for a while, but I really didn't blink an eye about it because we know that the bonding moment that happens with these families when they bring their kids in it's priceless.
So obviously we can speak from a patron side. I think that's what we experience. But for the artists coming in here, what are you doing differently? What have you learned from mistakes of other venues that you're trying to make sure the artists kind of have what they need and feel good here?
Well, for instance, one of the things, and we just put this on social media, and we just thought it was a good idea, but people were saying it's brilliant. We know that the headliner bands, generally they don't strike the drums. What that means they take them off. They don't take them off the drum riser. They do the sound check. It's so critical. They put that best performance in that they don't strike the drum kit. So a lot of times in most venues, especially ones at our size, you'll see the drummer have to sit up on the floor. But we put a trap door in the front of our drum riser, and we wheeled a baby drum riser out from underneath it that's almost exactly the same size. And the bands are just like, man, what about that? You think about everything. Well, we want them to feel just as welcome and appreciated as we do the fans. I mean, obviously the bands are the lifeblood of what we're trying to do here. So that drum riser, it means everything. It's that attention to detail. It's the merchandising area you've seen downstairs. It's the pegboard. It's well put together. It's lighted nicely. It's a place for the bands to put all their dead cases, when they get all their merchandise out. It's that years and years and years of me doing that, out there when I call the Baloney Trail, of being on tour with, national and even regional situations where, you see that, and I was joking to these guys about how, there's been many places where they would say, yeah, you got to unplug the electronic dartboard, and then you might be able to plug it, set your merchandise up over there. And it's so critical when you're on tour, guys, that you have a place to showcase the best of what you have to offer for merchandise, and you can do it in a way that's attractive. Now, I would go set up by that dartboard, and I would unplug it so I would have power for my lights and my little blinky things and stuff. But we took care of that. We want to make sure that the bands feel like they're really welcome here, and it matters. When it's those attention to details, like the merchandising area, that drum riser, the guitar tech area that we're putting in the back, of the stage area, this green room, the showers that we have planned, the laundry area, the gym that's downstairs. It used to be a walk-in freezer, and it's huge, but we don't use it. So it's a gym. It's a gym now, and we're building that right now because, a lot of times when bands are on tour, when I was doing Nightwolf Concert Promotions, I'd have to have somebody run them to the gym. Guys are on tour. They got to stay in shape. That's their bread and butter. That's their meat and gravy. They say, we're going to the gym, and you see them, and they're sculpted. They're in good shape. We got the gym. You don't have to leave to work out, shower, eat, laundry. We're going to 360 take care of you, and I think that's what the modern band who's out there on the road. Times are different right now. They need somewhere where they can come and say, it's like coming to the house again when you're out on the road for a while. And you come home and you go in there in that green room, and I say, well, sorry guys, it ain't. The guys from Tangerine goes, hey, sorry guys, it ain't quite done yet. And they see the leather furniture, and they see the big vanity they can do their hair in and stuff. And it's the thing that matters, that attention to detail. We're trying to think of everything. It's building up. We're not done yet, but because there's only so many hours in a day. But we work here literally 5. Even if they're in an event here, we're working here 5 days a week building. This was one big dirty room about a month ago. We built that wall ourselves. That's with all these things that are hanging on it. Framed it in ourselves. Run our own power because we do. We're blue collar. Do-it-yourself kind of guys, and that's how we like it. So again, we're love to hear the feedback from the fans and from the touring bands about, hey man, you really thought of it all. Well, that's what you got when you got a lot of brilliant people in your mix. We got a lot of intelligent people like my general manager Ryan, the people down in the kitchen, Gary, Melinda, all the girls down there are who I call the beer maidens of that we have downstairs. I mean, they're committed, and people see that, and that's what makes a difference, I think. So.
Very cool. Yeah, it's interesting.
Chatty,
it was interesting sitting up top because we could watch the show, but we could also kind of watch like what you're talking about, like all the team kind of work together. And I mean, you guys definitely keep it moving. So we're just really hoping the best for this. It'd be nice to have a venue like this around. I'm from Cleveland, but I would drive down here anytime for the King of Clubs. I was telling Larry, and I don't just say this, like the top 2 places I've been to as far as just the professional, like your side of it, probably the House of Blues and here. It's amazing to watch you guys, the load you're carrying, as technically a small business is pretty impressive to see you guys all work together. So I definitely would recommend coming down here if you're from Cleveland or any place else. Is there anything else that we didn't cover? Because I mean, this is just a really
Dave could tell you a little bit how we got a thing called Load In, and for the bands, and look, you're good, good, lots of hot sauce on there for you. But there's a thing called Load In, and I'll let Dave explain to you how we're different on that. Now, Dave's not a big mic guy, but we'll see what happens with Silent Dave so I can get him in here for a couple seconds so I don't have to keep talking.
Well, it starts with him giving me a set times of everybody, and I try to round up the cats. That's really what it feels like at times.
Boo-boo on his hand. That was why
yeah.
was working today,
I'm always running around trying to get the bands on stage, get them set up, get them to where they are. Everything's good for them. We backline everyone so we can peel it like an onion, make things go smooth when we every show I've ever worked, Nightwolf Concert Promotions, 8 Pound Pressure, all of them that I've ever worked and done stage, we have always made sure everything went smooth. And that's paramount here. We want everyone to be treated like royalty. So no make things easy if we can. If we find a mistake, we fix it. We are big time problem solvers here. That is definitely one thing we work on.
This is really my number one problem.
I try to be the problem solver, so we make sure the talent is taken care of, no matter if it is the newest band that ever came out, all the way up to Metallica. I don't care. You walk into our door, I will treat you like royalty. That is my goal. We want everyone to say good things about this place, and we want everything to be smooth. Everyone's safety, everyone's having fun, good time, and everyone leaves with what they came in with. That's what I love.
Well, that's a good point. It's important because, Dave is our stage manager. He is responsible for everything that goes on and making sure the show stays on time. This ain't something where, guys just, take off their stuff and go over there and hug mom and get a pat on the back from grandma or whatever. This thing has to be run like clockwork for the headliner and, to go on time because that's what people expect. They want a professional situation, and it's of paramount importance. A guy like Dave is the stage manager. Again, even leaving with what they came with, we got to make sure no one goes and heists and walks off with any guitars or anything like that. So we keep it, nice, tight security thing on the side stage because it's very important that, some of these guys like from Jackal, when Dixie Inc., it was like a $200,000 Stratocaster. It was just such a limited edition when.
1,800 cello that they had.
And a cello worth $30,000. So yeah, Dave, you really do a great job for us. And if you've ever been on a gig, guys, where you don't have an efficient stage manager, that's the shit show that you see going on, and the headliner's not on until 1 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. That's not going to happen here because we know that every band that comes here expect everything to run like it's supposed to. And Silent Dave, who doesn't say much of anything unless it needs to be said, he runs it great up here. So
Speaking of the kids getting off stage hugging grandma, we do School of Rock here. So our son actually, yeah. Right. So our son Noah, who's graduating this year, he joined School of Rock Gahanna probably about 8 months ago. So he got to perform on our stage here like opening weekend, which was awesome. He played bass and guitar. Yeah, so it was really cool. Yeah.
Sold out shows in a row here to start out, and it was really cool to figure out some bugs. But I headlined my own event because no one was touring, and I thought, hey, my band still has some draw, so we headlined a sold out weekend, and then my son came in with School of Rock and played on Sunday that weekend. It was a really, really special thing. So it's been good. We got Buck Cheerleader 4, The Lax, Overtime, Jeff Tate, just a ton of great concerts. Hell's a Poppin', biggest freak show in the United States, man. I mean, this is a kind of thing not for the weak of heart, for sure. Guys, I got to go down there and take care of things. These guys probably be happy to flip and flop.
As you can see, they're very, very busy people because they really are hands-on here. So we appreciate you talking to us.
Stage manager. I'm also a bar back, security, photographer, anything else that's needed.
Yeah.
If I got to go in there and take care of the damn toilets, I'll take care of the toilets.
We are interchangeable. Everyone pretty much knows how to do everything here. Except no one tops my chicken Philly steaks, so they always.
Which you made me one tonight.
They always, yeah. I tell you, I'm going to feed her on the way home. Feed her, I'm going to butter her up.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for talking to us, and come check out the King of Clubs in Columbus. Look for them on Facebook, online. Check out Rocklines Magazine, and thank you guys.
Thank you, Rocklines. Thanks for having us in here.
Thank you,
And
Larry.
your patience, we appreciate your patience, Larry. Sorry it took till the end of the night for us to do this, so.
No problem.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yep.